welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Ellie. If I look the same, I am pre-filming a couple of videos today, so I might look the same for a few weeks here. But today I'm going to be doing another try a chapter video. I'm going to be trying 5 more books, but this time I'm going to be reading 5 hockey romances. And I do feel quite overwhelmed by my hockey TBR, so I thought I would give it a go in one of these try a chapters. I think all of these are pretty popular ones that a lot of people have read, so I'm going in with high expectations, and that's another reason why I have all of them, because I've heard good things about them. If you saw my last try chapter, I'm going to do the same kind of thing, and if you didn't, I'm not going to read any of the blurbs. I'm just going to go straight in and read the first chapter to get a gist of the story from that. So here are the 5 hockey romances, so let's get started. Again, sorry for the bad lighting, but the light is obviously coming in from the window behind me. But we are going to start off with Save Your Breath by Candy Steiner. I believe this is the first book in this hockey romance series. I picked this up recently from the works. Oh, okay, this is book number 4, Kings of the Ice series. Let's go grab book number 1. Okay, book number 1 is actually Meet Your Match. Let's see if there's a prologue. Nope, we do go straight into chapter 1. And this is quite a long chapter 1, actually. We have 13 pages, so let's get started. Okay, so in Meet Your Match, this book starts with our female main character. She is attending this charity gala. She has just got a job on this big podcast based in Tampa, Florida. And I think she's going to be some kind of sports reporter, but she doesn't really like sports. But this job is just kind of opening up to where she wants to go. And she is at this event when she gets talking to this guy who is a hockey player, who I'm guessing is going to be our main character. And there is an auction at this event to raise money for charity. And she's stood by this vase that she thinks is really, really ugly. And she is telling Vince all about how ugly she thinks it is. And basically how much she judges everyone in the room, that they're all there just to look good and that they don't really care about the charity. Yeah, she's basically judging him because of his job, because he's this really famous hockey player. Turns out that he actually was the artist behind the vase that she was insulting. She was just kind of like really mean to him. So I don't know how I feel about this. Like, at the minute, I don't actually really like our female main character. So I will read more of this because I have really liked what I have read by Candy Steiner so far. So I'm hoping, well, I'm assuming this is obviously going to be enemies dislike to lovers, but I'm hoping she isn't going to be like that the whole way through, because she was just like very, very judgmental for someone that she has just met, and she didn't really give him a chance to explain himself, although he didn't really even try. He just kind of like went along with what she was saying. But yeah, I'm not too sure how I feel about this one, to be honest. The next one I am scared of. We have Pucking Around by Emily Rath. People seem to really, really love this or really, really hate it. It is extremely chunky, which also scares me. And I've heard that apparently there's not a lot in this other than smut, but I love a wide shoes and I love hockey. So I am hoping that I am going to like this, but I've been generally putting it off just because it's so big. So let's see how the first chapter goes. The way this one started, we have Rachel, and she had applied for a fellowship. I'm not too sure, honestly, how medical school and all that works in the US, but she wants to be a doctor, and she has been given a fellowship where she will be working for the Jacksonville Rays hockey team in sports medicine. So she has basically just been told that she has to up and leave and move to Jacksonville to start this new job. I did like the start of this. It has me intrigued and I like the writing, and honestly I just want to like sit and read this now, because I think I really am going to love it. So this was definitely a good start. After not being too keen on the first book, this one's kind of made up for it. But of course, this is only the first chapter, so you can't really judge the books by the first chapter too much, because I have started books that have been amazing and then gone downhill, and equally I've started books that I didn't think I was going to like but then ended up loving. So I'm trying not to judge too harshly. But the third book, we have Breakaway by Grace Riley. I've had this on my shelf for way too long, and honestly I need to make a decision as to whether I'm going to keep this or not. So this first chapter has 7 pages. I read the first book in the series by this author and I didn't really like it, so I'm not too sure what to expect from this one. Okay, this one I'm not too sure how I'm feeling about it. So our first chapter is from our male main character's point of view. He is obviously a hockey player, he is in college and he wanted to go straight into the draft, but his parents basically told him that they wanted him to get a degree before he went off. So he has attended this college that I think is pretty well known for their hockey, so that he can kind of get that step up as well as getting his degree. And the first chapter, like, it's very short, it's only 8 pages, but he gets into a fight at the very end of it because someone offends his best friend's mum, and he is complaining because he hasn't had any luck with the ladies lately. So I don't really know how I feel about this one. Again, I might put it to one side to read a little bit more of today to make a final decision as to whether this is going to stay on my TBR or not. So yeah, I'm not too sure on this one. But moving on to the fourth book, we have The Pucking Wrong Number by C.R. Jane. I have heard a lot of mixed reviews on this one. People seem to either really love it or seem to really hate it. So I'm interested to see where I am going to fall on that. It looks like we do have a prologue, which is only 3 pages. So chapter 1, this is quite a long one. Chapter 1 takes us up to page 17, so I will probably read the prologue and chapter 1. We'll see how we get on. Okay, so The Pucking Wrong Number is a dark hockey romance. We start with Monroe, who is our female main character. She is 17, about to turn 18. She has been living in a foster home and the foster parents are not good people. The mum basically makes her do all the cooking and all of the cleaning, and the foster father is a very sketchy person, let's just say that, and he can't wait for her to turn 18, if you get where that is going. But she has decided that she needs to leave and get out of there, and after some things happen, she basically has to leave earlier than she was hoping to. So she has a part-time job, she gets together her money and runs away. But then a lot happens like in this first chapter, so I'm assuming none of this is spoilery because it's the first chapter. But she gets on a Greyhound bus, travels to Texas, and when she gets there she is mugged and they take her money and her phone and things. So she ends up on the streets for the night, where she meets a man who kind of watches over her, and then in the morning he takes her to a woman's shelter. So that's a lot. It was heavy, it's quite clearly dark, and I am intrigued by it. The final hockey romance of this video is Unsteady by Peyton Corinne. I have heard nothing but good things about this and the series. I've been really needing to get to it, so I just have high expectations for this one. already. So there was a prologue to this one that was only 3 pages where our main character has an accident on the ice. The first full chapter, his dad is an ex-NFL player, and he started a charity to help children who don't have the funds to play hockey to be able to do so. And he has always helped his dad out with this charity, and where he has had this accident, I think he's kind of lost his love for hockey, but he has gone to the rink to help out with a class of children. He is helping a younger boy. Boy he's helping also has an older brother. When the class ends, their parent isn't there. When she shows up, she is someone that our mermaid character recognises, and he notices on her bag she has a tag that is for the same college that he goes to, and he figures out that she is a figure skater, and that's where he knows her from. I think what I've grasped from this is that she is potentially having to look after her 2 younger brothers, and he makes a comment that she doesn't take too kindly to, so they get off to kind of a rough start and she storms off. So I am again intrigued by this one. I wouldn't say I am hooked or obsessed with it yet, but because so many people love it, I think I will be when I get a little bit further into the story. But I think out of all of the books that I have tried, the one I'm most excited to get to is definitely Pucking Around. This has moved way up the TBR, and the one that I'm probably not too sure on would have to be Meet or Match, just because of how the female main character acted in that first chapter. But if you have read any of these, please let me know what you thought of them, whether you loved them, which ones I should prioritise on my TBR. This was really fun, and I have plenty of other hockey romances, so I could definitely make a part 2 to this one, trying some others that I have. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you again next week with another video.